For 3.7 Enrich lesson, we have pastry chef's problem. A pastry chef is making lemon squares and pumpkin squares for a special event. Here are the facts the chef knows. Each square is to measure 1 inch by 1 inch. There are to be an equal number of each type of square. So I need lemon squares and pumpkin squares, and I need the same number of both kinds. All squares need to be baked at the same time. So you get one chance to bake these. The chef has only the pans shown below. Let's go down here and look at the pans. Okay. Now to answer the question, it says, the chef wants to make the greatest number of squares possible while using only 4 pans. Which pans should the chef choose? Okay, so which pans should he choose? Using only 4 pans, and he wants the greatest number of squares possible. So that tells me this pan's probably going to be used because it's the greatest. We're going to see how many 1 inch by 1 inch squares he could make from this one. This one is a 24 by 18. So 24 by 18 1 inch squares. Let's see how many 1 inch by 1 inch squares this pan can make. We have 8 times 4 is 32. Carry the 3. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3 is 19. All right, and drop the 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. I had that. I have 2 ones, 13 tens, carry the 1, and 4 hundreds. So this pan could make 432 squares. Now the other two biggest pans would be D and E. So I'm going to see how many 1 inch squares these two pans could make. I have a 16 by 12. 16 by 12 1 inch. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, drop the 0. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 1 is 1. Add those, we have 2 ones, 9 tens, and 100. So this pan could make 192 1 inch by 1 inch squares. This is a 16 by 12 also, so it would make 192 squares as well. So these two together, 192 plus 192, would be 384 squares. That's still not as much as this pan can make. So I'm going to see which of these other 3 pans could give us the difference. I'm going to find the difference here, 432 minus 384, to see what I'm looking for out of these 3 pans, because I can only get one more pan to use. 2 minus 4, can't do that. 2 makes this 12 minus 4 is 8. 2 minus 8, can't do that. We regroup. 3 here. 12 minus 8 is 4. So we're looking for a pan that would make 48 1 inch by 1 inch squares. I know 9 times 12 is 108. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 6 is 36. So this would be the pan that we would, the 4th pan that we would need to use in order to get the same number. So I could do maybe lemon squares in this pan and get 432 lemon squares, and then use C, D, and E for the pumpkin squares, and also have a total of 432. So the chef could use pans A, C, D, and E, and the chef would make 432 1 inch by 1 inch squares of each kind, or I guess just that, because it says square right here, of each kind of square.